So you are living your life after 50. You may be asking yourself this question: when to begin the reinventing process? I have some answers for you in this video. How's it going, reinventors? My name is Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, the channel where you can be inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're over 50. You're trying to decide when to begin the reinventing process, and I want to let you know when the best time is. If you will join me on this channel, all you have to do is go below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos twice a week. If you're living your life after 50 and asking yourself the question, when do I begin a reinventing process? You might be saying, I need to make some changes in my life. I need to do something new. I cannot be just the same old, same old. Maybe it's because you have to, or you just want to, or you know it's going to be the healthy choice for you. When do you start? And the answer is now. One of my favorite quotes, and when I started this YouTube channel, when I was retiring early, it was the quote that kept me going. And the quote is, if you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. In other words, if you think I've got to be ready in order to retire early, I've got to be ready in order to reinvent myself, I have to be ready before I can make these health changes, I've got to be ready before I make some changes in my relationship status, all of those things, if you wait until you're totally ready, you will be waiting and waiting and waiting, and your life will be over. This is my story. When I decided to reinvent my own life, I wanted to kind of record it, to vlog it, to share it with others so that I could inspire others. And I don't think at that time that I really realized I was going to inspire other people, but I just kind of wanted to share my journey. So I started vlogging. And before I started vlogging, I took a course by Amy Landino. And I remember in going through, I think there was 5 parts of it, maybe 6, that you went through, and it told you what you should do and how to come up with ideas for your video and how to film and all these kind of general things to help you learn how to YouTube. However, there comes a point when you've got the information, you have just got to do it. And I've noticed this in other classes that I've taken. There comes a time where you just got to do it. You have got to start vlogging. You cannot wait. And that's one thing that I had to realize. I said, I can't wait. You may be thinking in your life, you know, I've got to reinvent myself. I know I've got to make some changes. I don't know where to start or when to start. When do I start? To tell you, you've got to start now. You cannot put it off. And I do realize there's sometimes that you have to have some preparation. For instance, if you're making a change in your relationship, maybe you're thinking about leaving your spouse or changing friends or something like that. And you've got to have, well, where my new friends are going to come from, where the activities that I'm going to be doing. If I'm going to leave my spouse, then how am I going to support myself? Or how do I start the process with an attorney? All of those kinds of things that you have got to sit down and figure out for yourself. However, at some point, you've got to cut the apron strings. At some point, you've got to say, okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to stop meeting these toxic friends for drinks every Friday night. I'm going to stop calling or answering the phone when this person calls me all the time. I'm going to have to defriend these people on a social media site. All of those things, you have to, at some point, you have to do it. You can't just talk about it and think about it. There are 3 reasons why now is the time to reinvent yourself. And the first one is you've got to stop making excuses. And we all do this. We all say, well, I've got to do this first, and I've got to do that first, and I've got to make sure this is in row. And yeah, there are, like I said, there are some things that you may have to do, but if you continue to make excuses, if you continue to say, these are the reasons why I can't get started, you are never going to do it. When I started vlogging, one of the things, and I've seen other YouTubers say this, is don't wait till you have the perfect camera, the perfect lighting, the perfect setup. You've got to start now. And a lot of them say, hey, you can start on your phone, and you can. I mean, if you look at our phones, they're basically mini cameras or mini movie cameras. There is no excuse. You can edit on your phone, all of those different things. And you don't have to wait till you have the perfect equipment. I, little by little, am adding to my equipment. And as you can see, I'm going to show you in just a second, I have added some lights, and that's a new thing for me. But I went ahead and got started. If I had waited until I had all the right equipment, I would still be waiting because I still don't have all the right equipment, the quote right equipment. If you've been putting off reinventing yourself, I want you to be brave right now, and in the comments below put now, which tells me that you're going to start now. The second reason why you should begin now is that there is no right time. Now, there may be some easier times, like the first of the year, or the change of the season, or maybe coming up, I know now, is spring forward. There's a time change coming up. All of those things may make it easier to start a reinventing journey. You have got to stop saying, I've got to wait for the perfect time. I've got to do this now. But like I said, if you're thinking about, I need to start reinventing myself, I need to start walking, say, change your health habits, a Monday probably, or a Sunday is probably a better time to start a new habit or a new process or a new step toward your reinventing journey rather than a Thursday or Friday. I mean, that is true. At the same time, don't make that as another excuse to get started. Begin now. So I want to show you a new light setup, and here it is. That's what's called my hair light. And this is my light here that I have that's on my face. And then I also have this other light, and I think that's called a filler light. I think that's what it's called. And then the ever helpful kitten Clovis, who's Clovis the Bad, king of the pranks. The third reason now is the perfect time is it's all about action and not perfection. Now, I'm going to be doing a video coming up shortly about perfection, so I'm not going to get into that. Sometimes we are trying so hard to be perfect or trying so hard to meet what we think that others see as perfection that we don't take action. Stop trying to be perfect and simply take action. I had to simply start filming. I had to start editing. I had to take some action with my blogging. And the reason why is because I couldn't wait any longer. I had to start. Same is true for your reinventing process. You have got to take that action step. Even if it's a small one, you have got to do it. And let me tell you, once I started filming and vlogging and uploading and editing, all those kinds of things, the more I did, the more I learned, the more I got better. Sure, you're not going to start out reinventing yourself and be a perfect person, but you're going to take steps toward that sort of ideal, or at least your goal of what you're trying to accomplish in your reinventing process. Take action and do it now. If this video has been helpful for you, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell notification. And I want to challenge you to share this video with at least 2 people. If you go below, right next to the thumbs down button is a share button. You can click on that. It'll give you a link, or you can go directly to your social media site like Twitter or Facebook and post this video. Don't forget to check out these other videos if you haven't watched them already. Have a great one.
I didn't realize what all it took to calm him down was to put my blanket on the floor. Maybe he'll stop chewing on my tripod.